entities. Listen carefully to the following broadcast to avoid being killed. Better known as Stratus, is a tall, long creature. It can run at 15 miles per hour and can do a harmful amount of damage to anyone in its path. This entity cannot spot you if you are wearing white clothing, as it sees in light, and its main weakness is hot water. Water guns filled with boiling water or some kind of warm substance are advised to defeat this enemy. Also known as stone transversers, can climb and break stone, rocks, stone walls, and 10 feet tall at max expansion. It can mangle, expand, shrink, and completely remove joints from its body to fit into any openings. Its weaknesses are any kind of bug killer, sometimes water, but the main effective liquid to use against it is milk. It is unknown why, but it may be because milk toughen and sometimes collapse its joints, bones, and other bone-like material. Entity 3A, better known as photoshifters, are entities that use light to their advantage. They are very similar to dark shifters. Most of their attacks involve light. They can change light to make it into any state of matter. They also use light to deceive anyone by making it look like something it's not. Most importantly, it can use small amounts of light and create larger amounts. This is why it is best if you stay in a completely dark room, as its weaknesses are darkness and mainly that, but weapons can harm it. It is advised you use a night vision device at this time. Entity 3B, also known as Dark Shifter, is one of the most powerful. He can use light, dark, location, sight, elements, waves, and you to kill anyone. As for light, he can use it just like Photoshifter can, and basically the same for dark, but he can blind anyone using its force. He can use location to teleport to you and even warp or change that location. He can use sight and your mind to trick you into seeing things that aren't there, like for example, entities, humanoids, and even himself. He can use elements in very unique ways. He can use earth to create small earthquakes. He can make air more dense or even poison. He can make fire burn anyone, and he can turn any liquid into any other liquid he wants. He can use all kinds of waves to harm you. He can use light waves, basically the same as he uses light. He can use radio waves to control you. He can use gamma waves to melt and mutate you. He can use heat waves to burn you, water waves to drown you, and sound waves to create loud noises. He uses everyone to shapeshift, but he can only shapeshift into things he has killed. His weaknesses at the time are unknown. We've tried everything and nothing has worked. It is just best to hide and be as safe as possible, even if it isn't possible. Entity 4, also known as graboids, are posses humanoids with black skin and red eyes. They walk something like a crab and can crawl at 23 miles per hour. They can climb walls and ceilings, can jump 7 feet in any direction. They can be killed with rocks, knives or guns.